What's up, guys? Well, today we're going to be in Richmond County, Georgia with Deputy Diane Santiago. She's been charged with gang activity. She was arrested in October of 2025, and she was fired just before she was taken into custody. But this started in 2022. And the gang is the L.O.E, Loyalty Over Everything, that she's been tied to, L.O.E. Seems like they just took L.E.O and made it something else. I'm just saying, this is the Blue Line gang we've been talking about. They prove every day how much of a gang they really are. But this one is going to be, for real, fired and charged and thrown in jail over her gang activity. Also, I would like to note, like 87% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. All you got to do is click that button. It's free. So we are in Richmond County, Georgia with Deputy Diane Santiago. And let's see what Diane's been up to.
12 on Your Side investigation is raising a lot of questions about a Richmond County deputy arrested and charged with gang activity. Your Meredith Anderson explains.
The Blue Line gang charged with gang activity. You can't make this up.
Diana Santiago is in jail tonight with no bond. She's been there since her arrest in October. She was fired just before she was taken into custody. But tonight, I've uncovered some problems in her past. Problems that could have banned her years ago from being a police officer in the state of Georgia. Yet somehow, she was allowed to keep her badge. It's no secret.
What happened?
Almost every jail call is recorded.
I love seeing your beautiful face. You just give me life.
And who's paying attention to the recordings? I'm just wondering.
Well,
No one should know that better than a law enforcement officer.
I love you.
I love you more.
But in 2022, then Richmond County Deputy Diana
2022, we're in 2025.
Santiago was recorded at least 27 times talking to an inmate at the Greene County Jail, putting your safety and the safety of her fellow deputies at risk. We'll get to
They're not really worried about your safety. They're worried about the safety of the other deputies that she put at risk.
that inmate in just a minute. But first, let's talk about those calls. In about half of them, Deputy Santiago is in uniform.
Also, she's eating. She's going to take her hands off the steering wheel. This is all distracted driving, I'm just saying. Also, she's on the phone, distracted driving. You're getting tickets for all that.
I'm only doing it to make money for you. That's how I do that bullshit.
And yes, she's actually driving her patrol car
There. Look, no hands.
in this video call.
I try not to work with rappers or anybody.
In some calls, she appears to be on duty.
Damn, he really trying to get a fucking ticket.
Who?
He just flying down here like an idiot, like he don't see a damn car right here.
At one point, she shows him where she is working.
Also, this right here, this little air freshener, guess what? You're getting a ticket for that too, because they'll say it impedes your line of sight.
And another time, he brings up a gang by name.
Where you at?
Shirley Avenue.
Shirley, get on load.
I know.
Again, this was 2022. Fast forward to 2025 and Santiago's arrest in October. Documents show her connection to that same gang.
L.O.E. Loyalty over everything.
According
Also, Deputy Diana Santiago admitted to having an intimate relationship with Chad Walker. During the incident, Deputy Diana Santiago admitted to knowing Chad Walker was a member of L.O.E, Loyalty Over Everything gang, street gang. Deputy Diana Santiago admitted to visiting Chad Walker at his residence while she was on duty. Deputy Diana Santiago admitted to using Richland County Sheriff's Office database to look up information for him. Deputy Diana Santiago admitted to telling Chad Walker details of the interview between investigator Eric Williams and Sable Williams, who is not the person she's talking to right now. This is a totally different gang member.
to her recent arrest warrant, she admitted to an intimate relationship with a member of L.O.E. It also says she admitted to visiting that member while she was on duty and using the Richmond County Sheriff's Office databases to look up information for him. That suspect is not the same person in these videos. This inmate is Raheem Brown, who at the time was facing felony drug charges in Greene County, but That's not all. Brown was arrested when he was out on bond on murder and armed robbery charges for a shooting that killed a man in 2021 at the Budgetel on 5th Street in Augusta. Brown is also a convicted felon.
I love you so much.
I love you too so much.
According to Santiago's disciplinary file, it was well known around the jail Brown was in a relationship with a deputy, which isn't surprising considering these video calls are out in the open. You can even see her in uniform waving to another inmate. She's also listed as Raheem Brown's wife on his visitation information. Someone reported all of this to Internal Affairs at the Richmond County Sheriff's Office in 2022, and Santiago didn't deny it. She said she met Brown at the Augusta Mall about 5 or 6 months earlier.
Now, this was reported in 2022. What's her punishment going to be?
When he was out on bond. The relationship violated policy, but she agreed to end it, so she was suspended for just 1 day.
She was suspended for 1 day. They gave her a breakup call. She was suspended for nothing. She likely cashed in some vacation time and was still on duty.
She was ordered to have no contact with the inmate, but was allowed to have a closure breakup call. By then, the damage could have already been done. She had already told a convicted felon in jail on drug charges about an operation to find fentanyl.
Who is the state patrol?
Oh, undercover, but it's got all of them out. Remember I told you that it's different spots, different places.
They look for that shit like that.
And she was busted not having her body cam on.
You left the camera right.
Well, then they won't see nothing. What you don't see, you don't know.
Which certainly makes you wonder why in 2022.
There you go. There's another one. You're getting tickets for that.
All then Sheriff Richard Roundtree gave Deputy Santiago was a slap on the wrist.
Because there's no accountability for them. Also, I'd like to know her immigration status. I'm just throwing that out there.
I love you.
I love you too forever, of course. You know that. Duh.
Allowing her to essentially fly under the radar until this year, when she found herself on the
Throwing the gang signs.
other side of the law. Had Sheriff Roundtree fired Santiago in 2022, it would have triggered a state investigation. Georgia Post certifies all law enforcement officers. That investigation could have prevented her from ever being an officer again in Georgia. Because she was fired this time, Post is now investigating.
Wild Post. Way to stay current.
I contacted Roundtree to ask him about all of this.
No comment.
He thanked me for reaching out, but called my request extremely unrealistic. Being out of office for almost a year now, how would I expect him to remember specifics of a case without the benefits of reports?
Oh, he remembers. He's not going to talk to you about it.
We're talking to investigators. If he changes his mind, he knows how to reach me, and I hope he does.
Thank you for that, Meredith. Brown is currently behind bars at the Wheeler Correctional Facility. Last year, he took a plea deal that dropped the murder charges in the Budgetel shooting. He was sent to prison for 7 years on a gun charge and drug charges. He could get out next year.
He could get out next year. Of course he could. The neck tattoos gave it away. I think it's alarming someone who is tasked to protect the public is dating a convict and speaking to them on the job in her car in uniform. Protect the public? They don't care about the public. What kind of Mickey Mouse operation is Richmond County running? The same one all the other ones across the country are running. No one held her accountable 3 years ago. They all need to be fired and no pay, yes. The branded arm tattoos says it all. This is happening throughout all prisons, yes. She's in jail because her final mistake as a tyrant was harassing a man for no crime at a gas station, and he exposed her whilst calling out her bullcrap. She's exactly where she needs to be. The sheriff needs to be held accountable. Yes, they should all be in jail. Who the hell runs the internal affairs? Stevie Wonder? That's what I said. I'm shocked she doesn't have her Sharpie brown eyebrows on. I know, right? The tattoos alone, yes. She's a disgrace to law enforcement. She's a disgrace to everything. The sheriff never disciplined her because he was hitting her too. The sheriff should be put in jail right along with the rest of them. She checked all the boxes. That's how. Yes. 2 minutes and 34 seconds. The entire U.S. judicial justice system is corrupt, and they don't hide it. How can anyone be out on bond for murder and robbery charges? Well, he was a good boy. In jail. Unbelievable. Officers are held to a higher standard and should be sentenced accordingly. They're not held to a higher standard. They're held to a different standard. Wonder how many awful crimes she's participated in or assisted in. Yes. Yes, yes. Because Sheriff Brown is as guilty as she is. Yep. Her having police access was so dangerous. This is sickening, and I mean sickening. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. She was the sheriff too. A closure breakup call. I almost choked. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. Nothing surprising here. We all know there are corrupt officers all across the USA. Is what it is. Yes. Yet another case study in what is going on in America. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Anyway, that's where we're at with this one. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Also, again, like 87% of people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. Click the button and we'll move along. Let me know what you think about this one, and I'm out.